Okay, good afternoon. Um, Thank you for those that hung around, and apologies for the sort of technical difficulties we were experiencing. Yeah, it's maybe my slideshow, but we're back online. So, yeah, thanks for waiting. And for those that weren't here earlier, just to reintroduce myself as Kevin O'Moore. Been with Scott Bader for 13 years, and currently helping with the integration of Scott Bader in Brazil. So we're just going to go through this. There is a bit of a time limit, so I'm just going to give you a brief overview of who Scott Bader is, some of our products, and the products. Can you all hear okay? Good? Okay. And some of the products that we will be bringing into Brazil. Okay, so Scott Bader, some of you might know who we are, but for those that don't, we're a global global chemical company with 19 global. This is one of our big growth areas for Scott Bader globally, is the Americas, and Brazil is part of that. So it's one of our strategic growth areas. So Scott Bader Brazil was founded it was Novascot in 2013. It's a joint venture between Scott Bader and the IMSA group, known as Novascot. In June 24 of this year, Scott Bader took over the company and 100% share, and it is now called Scott Bader Brazil. So it's officially one of our sites on Scott Bader. So out of the 8 sites, Brazil is one of them. It's located in Serra, which is up in Victoria, and currently we are manufacturing gel coats or products for the swimming pool area, building and construction, and the marine markets. And we'll also be additionally distributing a wide range of products as adhesives, vinyl esters, acrylic resins, and FST. We are slowly in the process of doing plant-to-plant transfers of technology. As we understand the markets, we will develop different products and bring technology from our other branches to be able to use in the market. As I mentioned, Brazil is a key location and a part of our strategy for the growth, and our focus at this point in time is mostly marine. We do work with LM on the wind turbines, and we've obviously been in the marine industry for over 70 years, so we're one of the leaders in the market when it comes to marine technology and products. A bit about Scott Bader as well. Scott Bader is a unique company, as it's a Commonwealth it's a Commonwealth structure. So it means that the company is owned by the members. It's not a corporate structure, and because of this, all our profits that are made through the company are put back into our business and also back into our local communities. Minimum of 5% of our profits annually we support charities with minimum of 5% of our profits on an annual basis. And this is on a global scale. It's not just based in the UK or Americas. It's on a global scale where we share our profits with the charities. Over 100 years of experience in the chemistry, we've got quite a range of products at the moment under Scott Bader. We've got our Crestabonds, which is our MMAs, methacrylate bases, Crestamers, which is a urethane acrylate based products, Texipols, Texicryls, Texiterra, and Texic. Those are functional polymer products. Our Crestic brand is our resins and gel coats. Crestomold is our tooling systems. Geltint is a color matching system that we use. Crestafire, which is our FST products and ranges for bus, rail, construction. Crestaform, that's on our 3D printing, is one of the areas that we also currently are focusing on. Crestapol, which is urethane acrylate resins. Crestafix, it's also a range of various bonding pastes and fillers. As of Scott Bader, more than 10% of our colleagues are in the technical side, so we really strive, and we are leaders in the market when it comes to our technical capabilities. With our laboratories as well, we've got some state-of-the-art laboratories. Our key capabilities, polymer synthesis and development, formulation of materials. We can go into the market, go to our customers and look at the need and develop a product along with the customer. So we can come to you, have a look at your system, take a product and tweak it according to your process, We've got a global technical support team. So all of our regions are covered by our tech, but we've got some people that have been with us for many years, some really good insights, some good technology, and that support is used on a global footprint. So if we're working in Brazil, for example, and we need some tech support, we can tap into that. Being in South Africa, we use that resource. The product regulatory support, something we're good at, well, we work as well, and measurement science. 80% of our products, as I mentioned earlier on, Scott Barter has been in the marine industry for over 70 years. So 80% of our products are developed from the marine industry. When it comes to our gel coats, we've got superior gloss retention. Our products, being our products, I'm going to obviously put them on the top of the list, but our products do outperform most of our competitors' products with gloss retention. We've got our unique adhesive technology, which is strength and impact resistance. We will talk about it now coming up. We've proven and tested our matched range, like our tooling range, which from plug making to tooling to mold making. Industry, once again, we've been in the industry for over 70 years. We've got a reputation. We work along with a lot of big key customers around the world. We work together with them as a partnership, as a technical partnership, not just making resin, drop it at your door. We're there to assist the company, build your company, and be a technical partner. And then we've got, once again, expertise and efficiency and savings and process. Once again, we'll come and work with you, work on your customer, work with your processes, best practice, health and safety, cost savings, trying to change your system to work better for you with our products. This is just I don't know if it's got a point. This is just a diagram of showing you where some of our products go into the marine industry. So if you look on this side here, so our Crestama range, Crestafix range, I'm not going to go through each product individually, but they're used in deck to bowl hunting, for core bonding, when you're doing your PVC cores onto your laminates, your small fixing things, your Crestamas, it's metal to GRP, they can stick polyurethanes, they can stick various things. And then obviously you've got your hand layup, the Cristic range, which is your hand layup resins, ISOs, orthos, we do vinyl esters, infusion products, 679, that's an infusion vinyl ester. We've got our interior finishing, so we've got a Crestafix F26, which is for core filling. There's top coats for lining things, the bulkhead for Crestama bonding, gel coats and weathering for blistering. So our LS88 and LS97. 97 is our spray gel coat, 98 is the brush gel coat. Once again with great weathering abilities and skin coats, vinyl esters. As the gentleman was talking before me about the vinyl esters and water absorptions, blistering, osmosis, we do our range of vinyl esters for those applications. Fuel storage, we've got our resins that can handle various fuels, chemicals, different heats. And then we've got, obviously, for the diesel as well, we've got a range of products. And the engine rooms, we've got our fire guard, which is part of our Crestafire thing. For, obviously, if there's an area where there's a possibility of fires and things, we can use that to coat it. And in the engine bed, stiffeners for the bonding once again. So it gives us a quick idea of where the products go and the range. And these are the products that we are focusing on at the moment in Scott Barter Brazil into the market. Marine excellence, as again, we've been in the industry for over 70 years. Our products have been tested widely with a lot of the long-standing big customers. And Scott Barter was one of the first people, if you can see here, it was the first ever composite boat built in 1951 was done with a Scott Barter product. Our marine range, it's basically summing up what we saw on the diagram there. So the benefits of the match systems, if you look at this as well, aesthetics. So on this side you've got gel coats, LS30, which I'll discuss now, LS97, that's a spray version. So on the gel coats, and we've got the brush, LS31 or LS88. Skin coats, vinyl esters, we've got 690, this is the variation, and 489, which is an ISO resin. And then on the laminate side for hand lamination, we've got the various range, and then close molding, or RTM, those kind of things, we've got a list of products as well. So Gelcoat LS30 is one of our, what was I going to say, it's one of our latest technologies, for better words. It's something that we spend a lot of time and effort in as a group. It's a strategic development product with our R&D facility, and this was also done in conjunction with a big customer. So one of the big problems that most people have in the industry in the boat building is porosity on gel coats, whether you're spraying it or brushing it. So LS30 has been developed over a period of time, and it reduces the porosity, well, almost eliminates the porosity if used correctly. Like any product, if it's not used correctly, it's going to fail. If it's used the right application, it's good. It's also got excellent UV and long-term weathering. It's been tested in the Florida weather testings. As I've said, a lot of work has gone into this for R&D. We've sourced the best pigments. We manufacture our own pigments in Scott Bader as well. So yeah, once again, a great product for no porosity, excellent weatherability, and excellent UV. This just shows you some of the testing that's been done. Obviously, we want to get the best gloss and color retention and get away from the yellowing and those kind of things that happen over time normally with the boats. LS31, we tested it against some of our best-in-class competitors' products over the Florida testing, the 12-month, and you can see some of the results over here. There's LS30, and there's some of our competitor on gloss retention and color changes on the, if you're using the color spectrometer, you can see that outperforms. Going back to the vinyl ester skin coats, our vinyl esters are a DCPD blend, which have also got excellent blister resistance, and it reduces, the DCPD helps with the shrinkage, so it also reduces the print through. So when making parts, it acts as a print blocker or a print reducer, so you get a better aesthetic finish, and also as osmosis barrier. This is used for production of boats and also in our tooling range. Our match tooling system, so this is our Crestomald match tooling system. So we've got products that for a plug manufacturer or your plug or tool, I'm not sure what people call it in different things. Then we've got obviously the finishing off of that and then going into the mold making. So typically you would use a wooden base and a steel structure, maybe a polystyrene or a MDF, some sort of substrate gets machined. We've got a product called B21 Sealer. It's a polyester based product that's compatible with polystyrene, because generally the polystyrene with polyesters don't work, it eats it up. That's why a lot of customers would use an epoxy to put on your first skin layer as a base. Then we've got Crestomald, the T29, which is a tooling compound. It's sprayable and it's also extrudable. It's a polyester. Putting it on about 30 mils thick. Best to use it with a extrudable pump. Cover the product. When it's cured, it gets machined. Once it's machined down to almost its finished stage, then we've got our Cristic prime coat and gloss coat, which is a high build primer, the prime coat. On its own, you can spray it up to about 1.5 millimeters thick. You can sand it, polish it, and it will give you a great finish to make your mold. But on top of that, we use the gloss coat. The gloss coat's a lot harder wearing product, so it gives you a longer, a better surface finish, and it polishes a lot better. It's just a lot harder to work. So what the customers would normally do is blend it 50-50. You can blend it a 50-50 or a 70-30 ratio. So 50% prime coat, 50 gloss coat, or 70%, 30%. And then once that's all done and ready, then we go to our mold manufacturer. We've got our 3-step molding process, which is our vinyl ester tooling gel coat. It's a gel coat 15 PA. It also comes in a brush and a spray. And then once that's applied, it's the vinyl ester skin coat with our vinyl ester 679, DCPD modified vinyl ester. And then our rapid tooling system, which is our RTR 4010, which is applied minimum of 3 to 4 layers of 450 gram matting. So why would you want to use the match tooling system? The old conventional way of making molds was always a gel coat, a layer of gloss, let it cure, maybe 2 layers of gloss, and it's built up over time. With this system, as it says, it's 80% faster. You can turn around your molds a lot quicker, your mold manufacture, to speed up your process. When properly maintained, using the steps and using the products correctly, you're going to get plus minus 1,000 pulls. It's always difficult to quantify how many pulls you can get out of a mold. You can get one pull out of a mold, you can get 1,000, depending on how you look after that mold. If it's released properly, how you handle it. So, but if you handle it correctly, you can get many pulls out of those molds. The gloss retention of our Gel Cut 15, it's a vinyl ester base, is also really good, and it's also got high heats, high chemical resistance. So if you post curing parts, those kind of things, that can handle that without distortion. Mold maintenance, because it's a durable system, the mold maintenance is reduced. Once again, depending how you handle your molds and how it's held into production. And then it's spending money on a mold and a plug is probably the most critical part of any process, as you would know. If you don't do that right from the beginning, your molds, replicating your parts, replicated from your mold and from your plug. So it's best to spend money. It's an investment for your end product. Structural adhesives, as I was talking about slightly earlier on, was Crestabonds and Crestamers. So our structural adhesives, why would you want to use structural adhesives? Once again, increase the strength. It's a lightweight alternative, durability, and it helps with aesthetic finishes. There's many benefits to it. Our next generation technologies, which I will talk about coming up on the next slide. I'm just going to go across to Crestomer. So this is one of our really amazing products that we've got on our range, Crestomer. It's a urethane acrylate based product. So it's not based on a vinyl ester or a polyester or anything else. It's a urethane acrylate product, which is styrene based. It's got a low styrene content, so also emissions when working with a product, it's easy to work with. And due to that as well, it's got a lot less shrinkage. It's a slow curing product, which the benefit of that is that your print through is reduced. So if you're bonding a bulkhead or some sort of part into your hull, generally people would put it together and put a general purpose bonding paste to get a radius and then over tab it with fiberglass. With this, you don't need to do the fiberglass tabbing. So all you need to do is the fillet of Crestomer. We've done many tests over the years, and I won't name our customer, but they've been using it now for the last 15, 20 years with no over tab. It's got an elongation, 100% elongation, so it's very rigid, not flexible like a rubber product, but it can handle some movement if you take your boat over the time. There's a range of curing times as well. If you're going to be bonding a 100-foot boat versus bonding something smaller, there's various times that you can get on your curing or your gel time. So from maybe 60 minutes to 80 minutes to 2 hours, depending on what your application is. It's the ease of application. It uses an MEKP catalyst. So if you're using our polyesters, our gel coats, it's the same catalyst used on our range of products. And it's a cost-effective system. If you over-tabbing, it's a lot of extra glass, a lot of extra resin you're putting in, the extra weight, extra process time. So this cuts down all of those things. That's just an example of, they can be put through a adhesive pump. So that gentleman there, you can see he's putting down on where the bulkheads and stringers will be put it in. So if you've got that, it's ideal for working on bigger molds and bigger parts. You can apply it by hand with a spatula. You can apply it with a plastic bag, like a caking bag they call it, where you cut it and you can squeeze it out. But the reduction and the saving is probably about 30-40% if you're using a machine, because the amount that you're putting down is a lot less than you would by doing it by hand. Crestabonds, these are MMAs, which are the methaculate-based products. It's a two-component, and it's based on acrylic technology. Once again, also high performance and strength. Bond to various mediums as well, so we can bond without fiberglass to steel to stainless steel, stainless steel to stainless steel, multiple products that it can bond to into wood. Our specific products don't require any primer. It's just clean, spread the surface correctly, add the product on. It's once again got very strong, excellent fatigue resistances, and there's various cure speeds. So we get M105, which means it gives you a 5-minute, depending on your ambient temperatures, it'll give you a sort of 5 to 8 minute curing time, a gel time, and within that you can times it by around about 3. So within 15 minutes, that thing's got its 80% of its fixture time, which helps as well in the benefit of a process where a lot of parts are mechanically fixed. You take out the mechanical fastening and use a product like this, you can take your part out for mass production, move it on, carry on to the next one. So it helps with that and many other benefits. Gap filling properties from 1 millimeter up to 50 millimeters, which is quite a big gap. You don't want to be on 50 mil because you're wasting adhesive. High elongation, which obviously helps with the reduction of stress on the parts. Minimal surface preparation, as I mentioned. No primer. It's a solvent wipe, a sand, a solvent wipe, and apply. It can bond to zinc coated and galvanized. We have a product that can also bond to those galvanized or zinc coated products. And it bonds composites into the pultrusion and plastics as well. We have a product for that. Oops. Apologies. Slowly. Okay, technical support and services, as I mentioned in the beginning as well. You know, Scott Bader prides itself on its tech support and its 7 years of experience in the marine market. And our approach to supporting our customers is that Scott Bader gel coat. Well, when we join up with a customer or we start a partnership, we will be there on support. So if there's any of our products to be trialed, whether it be gel coats, adhesives, whatever we're trialing, we will be with you through those steps from the beginning to the end. Until that product's approved, until you're happy with the product and it's running your production, we'll be there to support that. We also have after sales that, well, part of the continuous process is we'll always be there if there's any challenges, looking at other issues to be a technical partner, not just to sell you a product and disappear. So we'll go through those steps. We can have all the products tested with our labs, you know, the extended weathering tests. We can help with the repair process and sign off final color confirmation with our gel tint system and our X-Rite machines that we've got in our factories. We can get out any colors that you've on RLs, Pantones, any colors we want. We can match according to what you need. Glass confirmation, we've got all those spectrometers and those things that can measure those, and all those things that are listed there. The porosity confirmation is things we can give you a report on as well. And then customer support. We do quality audits. We'll come to your business, spend some time, look at your process, give you advice of what we think is good, what thing's bad, and what we could change with you, which is on-site audits. Process of troubleshooting. You know, if you've got a current problem, whether it be our product or somebody else's, when we're working with you, we'll have a look at best solutions to help you solve that. Process optimization, as I mentioned with the Crestabond, for example. If you've got a process where it's very mechanically orientated and it takes a long time to bond a part, we'll come with Crestabond, for example, and try and change that system so it can work. You can turn more parts out and bring down your labor costs. Training initiatives, as you can see in the photo there, we did some training at a customer. They were here. And once again, best practice. We'll come along. This is our product. This is how it works. This is how it should be handled. This is how it should be stored. Best practices with our product. Internal training as initiatives as well at site, and you know, if we've got, like, if somebody's able to travel to our other sites and go to our laboratories and stuff, we can set up training as well. And then obviously in-field support. Once again, you've got a problem, you phone Scott Bader and we'll come and assist you in the field. Yeah, and obviously waste is something that we try and reduce, because waste is a cost in the sense of product throwing away its time. And last slide is our certifications as well. Our products are ISO certificated. We've got Lloyd's, DNV, Ecovitus, and there's a lot of all those certifications as well. And yes, I hope that you enjoyed that. And any questions? I'll take it as a no. Thank you.